right there. Let's go to the statistics page. Y'all find this interesting because, let's see, basically the alternative for the assignments, they use mail. All right, you all see that. We go to the blended learning, which is part internet, part online, or excuse me, part classroom, part internet, which they had 6 out of 10 people. After you break everything down, actually believe it'll have no ill effect on them, which basically, in my experience with this one assignment, it has a great deal of effect. Not having the internet and access to get the communications forwarded back, it has a great deal of effect on homework and has a great deal of effect on actually how something's going to be presented. Okay, the preferences. A lot of people prefer the classroom, and then got about the equal amount that has a combination, the blended learning stuff. And cheating, well, you got it right there. It's a split decision on the cheating thing. So basically it's the user. If the user is going to be ethical and do it the way they're supposed to do it and not cheat or access things that are going to give them the answers. Okay, so it's up to the individual. And then let's see. All right, here was a good one. If you never learned the internet and you didn't know it, how easy do you or hard do you think it would be? Now, 30% said it would be hard and 70% said it would be easy. So let's say somebody's from a different country, say third world. They came over here to study or something of that nature. They don't have the internet, or it could be somebody here that just was never exposed to the internet. All right, and well, 70% said it would be easy. I'm on the thing saying that it would be hard. All right, is it a useful tool? Yes, it's a useful tool. That's 100% agreement. Everybody that took the survey or responded to the questions said it's a useful tool. This was interesting. 60% said they'd rather eat than lose the internet. The interesting part about it is 40% actually said that they would rather starve, if you read into it, they'd rather starve than to give up the internet. Okay, so that kind of gives you an idea what some people's priorities are within the survey that responded to the questions, okay? They'd rather go hungry than lose the internet. Okay.
Wait, can I ask you for a question there? Just a second. I'm wondering if maybe that wasn't misinterpreted, because I can understand, there are a lot of MySpace addicts and a lot of people who really like, checking the discussion board on WebCT. But I'm thinking that maybe people interpreted that question as being, well, I don't have to pay for internet because there is free internet out there, so I would buy food and then use free internet. So maybe the stats there, they're funny, for sure.
Well, it's a matter of interpretation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good to clarify, thanks.
Right. It'd be used for, people's responses, internet use for research and entertainment. So basically communication back and forth, and it's a pleasurable thing. That's what they use the internet for, pleasure and work. All right, if it crashed, 70% said they'd go back to books. Well, we're all still using books and we're using the internet too. All right, but 30%, this was interesting, had no idea what they would do. So I'm thinking this might be a generational thing, is that people at a certain age that's always had the internet or had exposed to it at a young age, really that's what they're consumed with. Their daily lives are consumed with the internet. Not saying that's all that it is, but that's what they know. That's how they work. And let's see, oh, the last one, which is very interesting. Actually, not really, it's pretty much given. People that go online, spread rumors, all that kind of stuff, do detailed false information on people, basically slander and libel. Okay, 90% said prosecution. There was a small infinitesimal point that said if there was proof, which means if they get caught. Okay, so basically, the conclusions are that the internet's a useful tool. When used for it it's a useful tool and to prosecute the violators that use it for what its purpose is not. So basically, yeah, there you go. If it's used properly, what it was intended to do, to communicate, it's fine. But if it's used to communicate in a harmful manner, then prosecute. So that would also go into who was speaking before me. That would go into your speech right there, the piracy thing and whatnot. All right. Now, to go back to the blended learning and things of that nature, there was a Mr. Murphy. He has like 20 years of experience in the teaching field. All right. Now, his breakdown was basically the online learning is basically mainly for professionals. It's to enhance their skills at the professional job that they have. Okay, so they're going to gain more skills, gain more technical knowledge of the field that they're in. All right, and let's go right here with the cost. Cost to basically conventional learning, which is this. All right, PSU basically breaks down to about $17,000 a year. It's a public university, so that's the basic breakdown of that. Online is about 6 to 10. That's strictly online, 6 to 10,000 a year. You go up to University of Portland. That's a private institution, which is about $33,000 a year. All right. And it also depends on what type of major you're doing and whatnot. All right, now, a combination one, which was DeVry, which is a satellite, which if you head out toward Hillsboro, you'll see DeVry. And that breakdown was about $25,000 a year, and it's a combination. So you can see it's on the upper end. So it's not cheap if you do the combination, but if you do just by itself, it's relatively inexpensive compared. Yeah, I know, I'm running way over. But,
About 20 minutes.
oh, well, that's not bad. I'm not used to speaking this much. All right, so let's, well, there we go. Let's wrap it up. Let's have a Q&A session, questions and answers. Here we go.
Okay, actually, why don't you do your conclusion, and then we'll get to the Q&A after that.
Oh, well, that will be my conclusion.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.